Hey, you guys. I'm so excited to get started with 80-Day Obsession. We start our workouts next week, but I wanted to make sure you guys knew that the eating plan is up on Beachbody On Demand. So there are a couple things that I want you to go there and do tonight and over the next couple days so that you will be ready to go on Monday. The nutrition aspect of 80-Day Obsession is new to everybody here. There are a lot of us that have been using the portion control containers previously, so that's not a lot new. But what is new is figuring out when to eat what containers. And the thing is we don't have to figure it out. Autumn tells us when. But that part is going to be new for all of us, so we're all going to be figuring it out together. I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you guys where to find the information, okay? So you go to Beachbody On Demand, scroll down to 80-Day Obsession, and these are the two videos I want you to make sure and watch. 4 minutes and 6 minutes, like 10 minutes tonight, okay? This one, she's going to give you 8 tips to get started. She's gonna say she wants you to read through the Get Started Right guide and go through your calculation. The calculation is really important to figure out what plan you will be following. I'll show you where to find that too. And then this eating tips, plan tips video is just what it says. She gives you some tips on how to plan as far as time nutrition goes. Now, if you go to program materials, here's the 80-Day Obsession Starter Guide, which you should have gotten with your pack. However, the calculation part is not in the printed material that we got. So make sure and go here. You can print this off if you want to. You know, I know a lot of people kind of like to get their hands on things rather than read it all digitally. But one thing that's important is make sure you're taking your before photos and measurements. We encourage to take lots of before photos, like in your sports bra, maybe in a swimsuit, and that way you're going to have a really good something to gauge your progress with as we go through these 80 days. And then at the end of 80 days, you can also send this in and when your free tank top for completing it. So that's always fun. Here's the page where you calculate your target. Put in your current weight, go through the calculation, and then you're going to find your calorie target right here. And I want you to notice that there's a difference. Phase 1 calculation, and then there's phase 2 and 3 calculation. So we'll come back and visit this every 30 days. Whenever phase 1 is over, we'll come back and you'll calculate again for phase 2 and 3. Then you come here with your calorie target, see where it fits on this plan, and you'll either fall in A, B, C, D, E, or F. If you fall outside of either plan, so if you're lower than plan A, you bump up to plan A. If you're higher than plan F, you bump down to plan F, okay? So this is, read the rest of it. This is what came with your pack, but that is where the calculation is. And then go back to the program materials. So I went through the calculation and I am nursing, so I did add 500 calories to my daily total. I kind of did some research and that said that's kind of the extra amount we need. So that's where I'm gonna start. And that actually put me in plan C. So once you figure out what your plan is, you'll scroll down and find your plan. There are also vegan eating plans. So if you are following that, you go to your vegan plan B or C or whatever it is. So I'm going to pull mine up. So eating plan C, click on your eating plan. I printed mine off because I am one of those people that likes to you know, put pen to paper. So I'm actually going to probably try to get it binded so I can have it with me. But if you scroll through, this is what she encourages you to read all the way through it so that you completely understand how to use the containers, when you're eating what, and just be able to be comfortable with the containers and when you're eating. So here is like my meal plan. So she has a workout block, which we were introduced to and a little obsessed if you did that. But there's a pre-workout meal, an hour to an hour and a half before the workout. Take your Energize 20 to 30 minutes before. During your workout, you can have hydrates or water. And then 30 minutes after is the recover. And then an hour to 2 hours after is the post-workout meal. So that's considered the workout block. And then we have 3 more meals that follow every 2 to 3 hours. And so she talks about how Shakeology fits in there. Shakeology counts as a red. The performance line is kind of like a freebie. It doesn't count for a container if you are using that to really up your results with this. And then I love this. She goes into meal plan examples, okay? So she gives us ideas of what each meal might look like. Also, I'm gonna show you before I finish this, our Fixate channel, because there are some amazing recipes there that will work too. So there's an example she gives. Your meal plan looks a little bit different on rest day, right? So make sure you look at the rest day meal plan. There are what's called modified refeed days during some of the phases. There is an optional peak week, which is like the last week of the entire program to really drop a few extra pounds at the end. So, and like I said, if you read this, you'll understand what she's talking about here. I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail, but I just love how she gives so many examples. She also provides a menu planner, which I love. So I would come here for a regular day and I could plan out what my containers are gonna be for each meal. And then she gives examples. So if you're a morning workout person, this might be what your day looks like. If you're a midday workout person, this might be what your day looks like. Maybe an evening workout person. Somewhere in here, if you read through it, she will talk about an early morning workout and kind of what to supplement there, what you should eat before if you don't have that hour and a half before your workout. I can't remember what page it's on, but read through your eating plan and you will see that. And that is the eating plan. So go to the calculation, figure out your target calorie and what plan that puts you in, and then click on that specific eating plan and print it out and read through it, you guys. The more you read through it and the more comfortable you get with it, the easier it's gonna be to implement it. If you keep scrolling down underneath the eating plans, there are the container food lists. So there's the container food list and then the vegan container food list. So this is also something I printed off. It's 3 pages, and really this is the most important page where it just shows you what foods go to which container. Let's see. And it's not letting me scroll. I did this earlier too, but it printed off fine. But it tells you which container, which food goes in which container. I don't know why it's not letting me scroll, you guys. Let's see. Well, you can go to yours and find yours or print it off. Oh, look, there it is. Maybe. But, well, okay. So you're gonna have your food list and it tells you what foods go in each of the containers. And on the very edge, you're gonna see the modified refeed yellow container, which I don't know a whole lot about yet. I'm just learning about this, but there are what's called refeed days, where you get some extra dirty yellow containers is what she calls it, to really fuel your muscles to get ready for leg day the next day. And then you should have gotten a calendar in your packet. If you did not, print this off, or if you don't want to mark on your one that came in your packet, print it off so you can mark your days off. And then there are also tracker sheets for each of the phases. And this is something I think is really important, and I'm really going to do this time. In fact, I've already printed off my phase 1, but where you really track which weights you are using for each set, and that way you can challenge yourself each time you come back to it. So those are all the materials that I want you guys to look at, to print off, whatever it is you need to do. It's going to help you get ready for next week as far as meal planning goes and knowing when and what you're going to eat. I was going to show you where to find the Fixate channel. You just scroll until you see Fixate. That's what it looks like. Foundational videos. These I think are really important. Watching the containers, the pantry raid, and then watching some more tips on how to meal prep. But that is it. It went a little bit longer than I wanted. Sorry, you guys. But I hope you guys are getting excited. I'm really excited. I was kind of nervous. I still kind of am, but it's like an excited nervous, and maybe you guys feel the same way. I think sometimes with the new term of this timed nutrition, it can be a little bit intimidating and scary. But the more and more I hear about it, and the more I hear from Autumn, the more I hear from my friends that were in the test group back in this fall, I think it's going to be a lot more simpler than we are thinking it's going to be. I mean, she's telling us just exactly, hey, I'm giving you these containers for the day. This is probably when you should eat them. Do that. I mean, it doesn't get any more simple than that. Now, I know there are some people who are working 12-hour shifts as a nurse. There are people that work full-time as teachers, and I know during those days it's going to be a little bit harder to get your meals in at the specific times that you need to. You guys just do your best, okay? You know what containers you're supposed to be getting during the day. You know your schedule during the day, and maybe when you can sneak a snack, maybe when you have conference period, when you can go back to the break room and grab something. But that means you have to prep. That means you have to have things on hand with you to eat. Something she suggests in here is to not ever leave the house without your next meal with you, which is something I don't do very often. But, you leave the house, think it's not going to be very long, and then 3 hours later, you're still out. So you guys, I just ask that you read through your meal plan. You really try your best to follow it, because I want you guys to get the best results out of this, to feel better by April, to feel your best self. And I don't want you to get down on yourself if you feel like you're not doing it all perfectly. We're not asking you to be perfect. We're asking you to just try right along with us. So if you guys have any questions about the eating plan or where you fall or anything, please post below. And there are several of us in here who might have the answer or know where we can find the answer. Like I said, we're all kind of learning this together. That's really exciting. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I look forward to seeing everybody posting their workouts in Shakeology. If you have not been doing that yet, get started. I'm going to do another week of A Little Obsessed to help me get used to using the band some more and using the sliders some more. If you're not doing A Little Obsessed, I would suggest maybe doing 21 Day Fix Extreme this week. And that way we will be ready to go with 80 Day Obsession next Monday. Can you believe it's already here? I can't. But anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.